All right, back to the Raider RR podcast this week. We have Idraki Adnan joining us.
Roshan, get that out of your system now, man.
That's a lot of R's to get through, boy. But Idraki, thank you so much for making time to join us. Really good to have you with us. We've been wanting to speak to you for a while. And Rosh, I'll come to you. But Idraki, I have to start with the latest news, which may not be the best news. Injury, of course, recently announced that you have an ACL injury. What's happening on that front? Talk us through that, man.
Yeah, so it happened at the Tanjong Pagar game. It was obviously unexpected, because ACL is hard to recover from. It's a long process. So it was also like really like the start of the game also. It's like 20 minutes. Yeah. Then my knee just just bended in and the ACL tore. But lucky for me, it's only a clean tear. So none of the other ligaments on in my knee was affected, just the ACL. So hopefully I can recover fast from this. Yeah. It happens sometimes, so I just have to take it as it is. Yeah.
And mentally, you are okay with, you've obviously had a big breakthrough season and now this has happened. How's your mindset at? Where are you at? I understand you're going for surgery on Monday. So how are you coping mentally with the whole aspect of things?
Actually, yes, I have a good season with Hougang, and I believe in I believe in the players in my team, so I will always be there to support my team, no matter like on the field or off the field. I'll just be there as I can. Like every time when I can see them, see their games, I'll be there, or like trainings. I always come to Hougang because we are like family there, and I believe in their qualities and abilities to continue the season like how they did the previously. Yeah. So
hey, actually, Idraki, I wanted to jump in, and Raushan as well has a lot of experience with ACL injuries. In fact, one of his ACL injuries was actually caused by me.
Aggravated by you, I think you mean.
Aggravated by me. I actually took a shot at goal and he tried to save it with his leg, and then as you can tell, that's how powerful my shots are. Anyway, back to you. This is going to sound like a bit of a strange question, but just for people who perhaps haven't seen you play, can you just describe to them what Idraki brings to the table? What do you think your style of play is?
Yeah. So I treat football like as entertaining game, because I don't really, there are times where you need to treat the game seriously because of like, you need to win the game and you need to have the points. But basically when you are enjoying football, it makes things easier and you don't have to complicate stuff in the field, like just make everything's like simple. And that's what I think football is, like not to play simple, but just keep it simple, and there's no complicated way of winning the game. You just have to just do your style, because I think everyone have strength, have their own strength, and probably mine is to just take on players. So that's what I normally do, and I enjoy doing that. So every time when I'm on the field, that's to take on players and to create chances on the goal, because there's a lot of players backing up me, and there's a lot of players that could score if I make the chances. So yeah.
What does it feel like now that you're in the spotlight? A lot more people are talking about you more. You've had that national team call up. You've had a good season up until this point where you suffered that injury. Does that sort of affect you? How has that affected you, or is it something that you just kind of have dealt with, really? Because you sound like quite a laid back character in terms of talking about playing with freedom.
Yeah, spotlight is always like good, but it also it gives you this pressure because you wanna prove yourself more and to always stay in that level and that you have performing because because people expect higher from you. My expectation has rise from the beginning. So but I mean, obviously it affected me in a way because I want to end this season together with my team. But I mean, you can't really avoid injuries every time because sometimes it just happens. So I came to terms to affect and I came to terms to accept the fact, and I'm still happy to be with Hougang throughout the season because there are a lot of players that can replace me in that position because all of them are equally as good also. So I think it's heartbreaking, but it's fine.
Just speaking of spotlight, Idraki, since you made this breakthrough, and to your point, you're a player who loves to take on the defender, right? Do you feel the defenders have been harder on you almost? Do you feel it has peaked as the season gone on?
I think obviously the defenders will know the way I play, but I don't think intentionally they wanna try to put me down or something. But I think obviously they will try to go harder because I mean defender don't really like to look because normally I'll do skills to take them on, and I don't think they want to look I don't think they want that to happen. So I think they'll go hard on me first. So try to
Speaking of taking on, I think you're celebrating in Roshan's backdrop there.
You scored a few good goals this season, Idraki. And actually, this was kind of leading me to another question I wanted to ask you. And in terms of if you reflect on the season and in terms of the season that you've had so far, was there anything that you were particularly focused on sort of improving coming into the season or perhaps in pre-season?
So the beginning part of the season, like first 4 games, I did well. I mean, not I don't want to say it that way, but I did okay for the first 4 games, and
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to say you did well. Carry on. It's fine.
I think you did well.
Yeah. So for the first 4 games, I did well. Then, but the only thing that's lacking is like goals and assists from me because I think that's quite important in football because I mean, in order to get noticed when people don't watch a game is to score goals or assist the goals because some people they miss the game, so they watch the highlights or they see the score line, then they'll know who scored and stuff. I think that's very important. So after the first 4 games, I mean my teammates and my coaches know that I played well, but I wanted other teams and maybe like more people outside there to know that I'm doing well because most of them that don't watch the full game wouldn't know that. So after training I just practiced to score goals like with my teammates. Obviously Doi was in, others was into. I mean, but Doi is the one that actually always do his extra training after the extra training. So I'll just follow him, and I mean it really helped when you put in the extra effort. So my main aim was to at least score and assist so that my name will be seen more by people.
So of the 4 goals you've scored, do you have a favorite?
I think the Dazzler one was the best. but
I should go and change the channel now then to the Dazzler game.
No, but Tampines was the best feeling after score. Dazzler, the goal was better than Tampines, but Tampines, the feeling of scoring against Tampines and that game was like, and right before I go overseas to just make a last mark before I go overseas. That's
And just quickly touching on the Hougang management, I can understand from you there is such a big family, there is a great vibe in the club, right? can you just talk me through the impact Firdaus has on the team? Because when we are at games, we see him at the touchline all the time. What's his impact been like on the team?
Coach Firdaus always like motivate us and always he always have a plan in his mind. So he's very motivated in every training. He helped us a lot in the way we play individually and as a team. But yeah, he helped me out by making me more effective in the attacking also. So I think he's a very good coach. He got really good visions of the game and the teams that we play against. He always prep us very well. Yeah.
I'm smiling because I'm just thinking of Clement on the touchline screaming at you guys. What else does Clement help you all with?
Apparently he dances.
Insight into Clement.
Apparently he dances in the dressing room as well, right? I've seen a video of him dancing in the dressing room.
Oh yeah, Coach Clement he's the one that keep us all intact together. Like there won't be any problem in the changing room because of him, because every one of us respect him as a coach, and also he treat us as a friend also, he in the game when it's serious, in the training when it's serious, then he will be the head coach. Because that's how we respect him. After off the field, he will just joke with us normally. So it's very nice to have these coaches with us. So we have a close bond with them. We can tell them anything and what we like, what we don't like. So then they'll always understand. So okay. Yeah, Coach Clement. Yeah.
Raushan, can I move on to national team now? Because his form has led to that national team call up.
Can.
You weren't able to feature in the matches, but what was it like being in the national team camp? What did you learn from being a part of that squad during the qualifiers?
The experience there was great, even though I never had the chance to play. But the players, even in training, I'm playing with top players. They all are very experienced, and there's a lot to learn from them. I think just watching the game also is an experience for me, because I get to see how we play, how other country play against us, and yeah, it's not. A bit wasted to get injured in 10 minutes game, so I wasn't really fully well when I went there. So I have to skip a few trainings. That's why it's hard for me to get back again when at overseas. So, but it was overall it was a good experience to be there, and just have to, and especially when I see all the players there that I've seen when I was younger on the TV, and to just be at the same team with them. It's like a dream come true to be in the national team. So it's overall it's a good experience. Yes.
And speaking of that dream come true, some people say, based on results at least, say the players are not trying hard enough. The players are not putting in the hard yards. Can you, listening from you already, I realize the pride involved in a national call-up. What do you have to say to the people who go out and say things like this? You can be vulgar. It's the Rated R podcast.
No, you don't have to be. Don't encourage this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Carry on, Idraki.
I think people always say bad stuff. Like obviously when we lose games and we lose badly, every time we will get hit with these type of comments. But maybe sometimes it helps. These type of comments help us to go even harder and try to prove them wrong, because obviously it's not okay to lose at all. So but sometimes football is an unpredictable game, so as long as we try our best in the field, something might happen. But I think this type of comments is normally, when I see it, it's always a way to push us harder, because if we lose and no one say anything, I think I think I think they so-called give up on us already. You know, if they say something means they might actually, you know, they just like they might think there's something, but they just angry at the moment. So I always take it that way. Yeah.
Idraki, I just wanted to get your thoughts on a couple of things before we let you go. You mentioned earlier watching some of the local players on TV and getting to play with them. So I'm going to ask you a double-barrel question because we're running out of time a little bit. Do you have like sort of a favorite S League club that you used to follow growing up, or SPL club now that it's called you used to follow growing up? And two, do you have a favorite local player?
So when I was growing up, I used to watch Gilang play because my dad last time worked at halfway house Petapis. So I think they are close to Geylang, so I normally go to their games to watch them play. That was when I was like really young, but maybe like when I start to grow older and I know the S League well, yeah, I used to watch Hougang United play for a bit last time. So I wouldn't say my favorite because I even EPL club, I don't have any favorite club now. So I just like to watch football for the sake of watch, and not for the sake for the fun of it, because it's an entertaining game. Like no matter what the game is, as long as the teams are good, you know, they have hard fight, and I like to watch the game. Local player, I mean, I always admire Sundram last time how he play, but
that's why number 18, is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought so.
that was one of the But because my coach narrowed down to a few numbers, so number 18 was one of them. So I just number 18 might be my lucky charm this year. So I just go with it. And I mean, Sundram has it last time. So
great choice.
Yeah, and yeah, he's just like I say, he's just an entertaining player. Like no way he's gonna go in a game without entertaining at least one time. So that's what I always hope to be, you know, to always like have the entertainment and just have people watching the game enjoy how I play. Because I mean, scoreline is important and winning the game is important, but you know, football is a beautiful game, I think. So you don't have to stress about playing a game. I know some players, they always before the game they're always very stressed out. You know, I think that really affects the way they play. I think you can be focused, but need to be relaxed and, you know, excited about playing the game. Yes.
I think Sundram certainly was the dazzler, and I think you've dazzled us as well with your exploits this season, man. We've really enjoyed speaking to you. Wish you all the best for the recovery.
Thank you.
Come back stronger, and we look forward to having you on again.
Yes, thank you so much.